Alright, select difficulty now.
Axel Stone.
Oh wait, it's because it's Mania. This difficulty isn't even remotely fair. Recommended for Streets of Rage Maniacs only. Maybe we should go with hard. Normal might be too easy. Well, you know, it's just casual playthrough. We're just checking it out. Let's just stick with normal for now. I think normal's probably going to be too easy, but... Alright, let's actually watch the opening cutscene. It's okay, just looking into the future, no other prospects as of yet. It'll be fine in the long run, I'm sure. Yeah, I hope so. 10 years have passed since the fall of Mr. X and his syndicate. The city has been at peace until now. A new crime empire has arisen, corrupting everything good in the city. It is rumored to be led by Mr. X's own children, the Y-twins. Former detectives Axel Stone and Blaze Fielding joined forces with their old friend's daughter, Cherry Hunter, along with Floyd Araya and apprentice of brilliant Dr. Zan. Together, these four vigilantes stand against the Y Syndicate on the Streets of Rage. So, okay, Floyd is mechanically enhanced like Dr. Zan, I guess, from the third one. Which makes sense. Cherry Hunter, though, I'm trying to think. I guess is Cherry Adams' daughter? I don't remember if his last name was Hunter. But he also has a son who's not in this, I guess. Like I said, his name/nickname was Skates. Got a combo pro achievement. Nice. I wasn't really trying that hard. You ready to hear Grand Uppa a lot? Or his Grand Uppercut? Oops. I usually like to work it in at the end of a combo. It's his forward ability. Okay. I don't know what all is like entirely breakable slash, you know, interactable in this game. It seems relatively clear, but it's hard to tell with some items. Like that trash can is obviously a breakable item. The thing is, I keep trying to like pick up money and I accidentally throw my weapon a lot. Walk into this, friend. There you go. Ooh, you punched me out of the air. No good. I gotta watch out for that because there's certain enemies that like they have tricks up their sleeves a little bit because they're designed for certain things. Like these guys, the Donovans, they're usually very good at attacking you kind of out of the air, like just with an uppercut. Cover, please. star. So that means we can do another star move, apparently. I'll save it for the boss, because there's undoubtedly going to be a boss in this level. Miss the pixel arts, though I think you can unlock classic pixel skins for the player characters. That would be nice. I do kind of miss it myself. Oop, alright. I thought these other guys were gonna get up. That was pretty dope. Fighting a robot named Kubo, apparently. That's right, just headbutt the robot. That works. Woo! Alright. Pretty fun so far. I would say dying by explosion is better than being beaten to death. Yeah. Reverse Floyd. There was a person inside that car. I didn't even notice. Oh, we got an extra life. Nice. Okay, I'm assuming these electrical wires will shock me if I step into them. Probably. Super damage. That's me. Super damage. Apparently, since he just got shocked, I'm assuming the same will happen to me, so. Time to get piped. I like these guys, they're just the Dylans. They just keep their hands in their pockets and only use their head and feet. Shocked himself to death. It's really squishy metal. It did seem a little on the squishy side, admittedly. Alright, interesting. Just walk on through here. Just ignore the murder happening in the background. Boss. Okay, a real boss. Can I have another star? Okay, okay. I should have seen that coming. I can do interrupts too, you know. Hee hee. Oh shit. I kinda stuck around for a while. I'm glad that the food like just sits there, because I feel like it did originally, but like I was worried that it would just disappear after a while. Oops, okay, I didn't mean to do that. I did my special accidentally. These guys are zoning me out, it's annoying. Get out of here. You, become a weapon. You, become a weapon. No, I was trying to get to the HP. Oh well. Just need to play better. Yeah, I hate when they kick you out of there. And poof. She was not exactly hard, but I wouldn't say I called that good play or anything. I was kind of like just fucking around for a little bit. GG, thank you. She gets hyper armor throughout like a lot of her attacks, so like that's why I was using the star move so much. New rank DCB. Okay, we didn't. Presumably we did not do so great. Oh, we can change characters? Change players. Okay. Alright, cool. We'll return to Axel in a bit. Let's give Cherry a chance here. Now, Diva, tell us what's going on with this city. This new organization, they're too powerful. They control everything and everyone. There's one man who could help you, the Grand Master of Chinatown. He used to be a friend of theirs. Looks like it's too late, though. They already found you. Like, Axel I think is the most comfortable for me to play with, so like I'll probably primarily choose him. But I really, especially with the new characters, I really want to give them a chance. And Cherry is just super dope. Floyd is too, honestly, but mainly because of the throws, but I just like Cherry's style. Mainly though, it kind of sucks that she can't really like throw enemies. She can grab, of course, but oh, Jesus. Remember that we can get quite a bit of mobility with the forward there. Nice. Yeah, just punch those bars down. That'll work. Gotta deal with the caps. Ferocchio. Okay. Definitely capable of some good combos. Oh, we missed whatever might have been over there, I think. Very fashionable short sleeves. Don't really like the scrolling text. If you give me text to read, let me press the button to move on. Pretty slow reader. Ah, I understand. Can understand that. I like that these enemies fight each other. You know, that they're apparently the guards, I guess. I don't know if they're cops. They seem to be like, well, I guess they might be if this is a jail. I'm not really sure. Oh, jeez, I was not paying attention. Extra life in 6,000. That's cool that they tell you that. Oh, I can get a taser. Get tased. It's gone already, unfortunately. Damn it. Got a good combo going. Well, let me go. Trying to get like a really good combo, but I keep like accidentally having it broken. guy's name is just Dick. Yeah, I like that it tells you when you'll get your next extra life, like how many points you are away from it. Well, that's just a straight up suitcase full of money. Alright, I'll take it. The way she hits people with the pipe is like, it's weird because she doesn't really swing it so much as it looks like she's almost stabbing them with it. Oh, freaking Donovan's, man. Alright, boss time, I guess? Or mini boss, not boss, really. I can't move through there. Completely attacking the wrong way. Give me your baton, please. Yeah. There's not really much of a mini-boss, just a slightly harder enemy. Not gonna let me break the table. Break the vending machine, though, which has money instead of food in it, which is a little weird, I guess. Yeah, he was coming with me for sure. Had to take him with. No! Damn it. The shield. Murphy, straight up out of RoboCop. Break the computer. It will not let me. The water cooler, it's totally fair game though. This game must have some just sick juggle tech. It definitely seems that way. I mean, that's just straight up police brutality right there. The shield let him, you know, kind of hit me there before I could really break it. Oh well. Get batoned. Alright, you're done. Extra life in 2000. Oh damn, I keep, like, not expecting that grab. Barney! Get tased, son. Juggle there, but that's fine. Give me the ham. Where'd you get a taser? Can we just tase you out of this, perhaps? Seems to have worked. Whoa, get on me. You can definitely juggle them a little bit after they die, for sure. As well as, of course, when they're alive, but I mean, you can keep juggling them still. Damn you. Get power sliding, motherfuckers. Alright, so we got our extra life. She is holding the baton a little weird. Yeah, I've noticed that. She kind of like stabs with it almost. I mean, it's a swing, sort of. It's just, I don't know. All of the weapons. She's just, oh, the chief of police. Okay, probably not the chief. Maybe just, okay, he's actually the fucking commissioner. I would not have guessed that. Power slide! Air interrupt. Okay. Definitely no grabs, because he just goes immediately into grabbing you instead. Ouch. Don't punch Cherry out of the air, that's not cool, man. Oh, she ran. She can run! Wait, what? What was that? Oh, he was doing his super. Okay. Ow. I would like this taser, but, it's in kind of a weird spot, and he keeps doing this stupid grab over and over. Alright, come on now, game. Give me a chance to even get over there. That did very little. Alright, she died. That's fine. Mostly because he kept spamming that super grab. And also it works on an angle now instead of just... If he would... Stop spamming it so much. Ouch. Alright, alright. Power of metal will destroy you. Alright. Alright, she's definitely fun. Maybe not the easiest choice of character to play, especially solo. Her lack of ability to crowd control enemies is a little rough when you're playing solo. I mean, it's definitely doable, don't get me wrong, but it's the same reason why I didn't really play Skates alone very often. He's a great co-op character, but... Alright, let's play Blaze next. Seems easier than the previous one. I feel like I had more trouble with him. Not really, they both died, but like... I wasn't reading this. Who the hell are you? Call me Mr. Y. My dear sister and I are the new owners. Well, you've been making quite a mess, to be honest. But we're ready to make a very generous offer to stop all this nonsense. Just a suitcase full of gold and money. Please don't be rash. Consider it carefully. Who carried this briefcase up here? I have to ask, because that's gotta be heavy as shit. I just set this gold on fire, okay. Well, in that case... I feel like he was harder. Like, he's more straightforward, but the first boss wasn't that hard. I just wasn't really taking it seriously enough, which is why I died. Yeah, that suitcase must weigh a literal ton. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did you ever just casually carry a briefcase full of gold bricks? So we're on a cargo ship. It looks like there's... Whoops. Okay, I didn't really get a chance to... There's at least like 10 levels, I think. Maybe only 8, but like 10. That seems like it could blow up. It does, indeed. Bad start. Blaze also... Okay, I was gonna say, she can throw. It's just only the one way, though. Damn. Even interrupted my forward. up, died to an explosion. What a noob. Okay, that one was my bad. I wasn't really paying attention that there was another barrel in there. Also a star, though. Happy with the game physics. They're pretty good overall. Okay, I saw a Big Ben there. I knew it was going to happen eventually. Hiya. Stop headbutting. These Dylans or whatever they're called. I want to do a throw, but Francis is the higher level version. I feel like I still need to like stick with Axel because which physics in particular? Fuck off, Big Ben. Your stupid fire breathing nonsense. Yeah, get blown up. No, okay, I still got hit by that. Damn, it did a lot of damage too. Oh, we killed him. Oh, dang. Not even at a boss, we might die. We're only playing on normal too. This is why I neglected to play it on hard, because these games are actually usually difficult. Not because they're like crazy, but movement for one thing is very limited, so you gotta be really careful, and it's easier said than done. Oh, fuck. Perfect break. I gotta hand it to him. That was good. It's the only thing I don't like about Blaze in this case is that her forward is an air move. I also have no way of dodging this dude's kick because there's no verticality in this. Electra. Did she just turn their hair blonde? No, Nora, excuse me. She made them super. Can I still grab them? Okay. Kelsey is their name now. Get hit with the bottle. Achievement for that wasted wine. Okay, felt like that should have hit you, but that's fine. When you can grab a boss, makes things a little easier. So that's one of those. Just get repeatedly suplexed into the ground, lady. You're on fault for letting yourself in the corner like this. Actually, technically I threw you there, but that's fine. Much easier boss. Couldn't grab the commissioner at all, so that's one of the reasons why. Don't you have a block move? I don't think so. Maybe. Rank B, alright, we're improving, sort of, not really, but look at how lovely the jiggle is on Big Ben. Yes, exactly. Alright, Floyd it up. These guns are ready. Oh my, now that hurts. But it would hurt even more if we were to crash. Oh, it's fucking Speed 2 all over again. Yeah, it looks like 10 levels. Old Pier. Alright, Floyd. You barely mobile bastard. Let's hope that we have a boss that can be grabbed, because that is where you shine, my friend. Also, you just hit hard. Okay, just take a drop kick to the face, no problem. She slapped me. Don't know if I appreciate that as much. Whoa! I like those. How about one of these? Okay, that didn't work. I feel like the difficulty went up. It didn't, but like I feel like I'm getting hit like a lot harder by some of these enemies. And smush. And smush. And get crushed. Chokeslam. Okay. Unfair. Oh, a baseball bat? Alright, that's cool, that's cool. Oh, that's a swing. Dude just hits him like it's a frickin' barbarian club, dude. I'm gonna bet we can actually fall in those holes if we're not careful. They certainly can, so I don't see why I couldn't. Ooh yeah, gimme gimme. Okay, didn't realize you had a knife, that's my bad. I got double hit, that's a little lame, but it's fine. Get smushed. Get thrown. Get batted. Take a hit on this pipe. Don't slap me. Not cool, not polite. It's caps. Oh man, that grab every time. It comes out so fast. Okay, or at least he grabbed another enemy. Smush them caps. That sounds weird. Did we die? Oh shit. Yeah, just here. Laser beam it up. How do you like being tased? It's not fun, is it? Smush. He swings that a little too slowly to use it correctly. Chokeslam. Okay. Those usually always do a lot of damage. Oh man, if only we had actually gotten the heal there. What's in here? Oh. Can we take this with us? Probably not. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, there's no block. I can look really quick though. Back attack, star move. Yeah, no, don't think so. do love that the double grab can also hit enemies nearby, which is pretty neat. Cool. Alright. Take your broken bottle with you. Boss time? Estelle. Ooh, super cup. Yep. Okay, we hit the barrel down. I'll take this. Listen, if you're gonna make it easy for me and just zone you out, that's fine. Oh shit, it's the first game super. That's what you used to be able to do, was fire a rocket from a fellow cop in the cop car. Oh shoot. And it would just wipe out the whole screen. Cheese me out a little bit there. That's fine. Ooh. I guess he's just gonna keep doing it the whole fight now. If you give me the opportunity to grab you again, then I will do more with it. I will not squander it as much. Jeez. Problem is, I don't have like diagonal attacks like she does. More backup. Oh shit. Get out of there. Yep. Let me grab you, come on. Right. See, like that kick can kind of hit me like on a different plane, which is, I'm not saying it's specifically unfair, but it's a little unfair. I should just keep doing forward. Oh, yes, chokeslam. Chokeslam is maybe not quite as good as it used to be. What? She grabbed out of it. Stop grappling out of my grab. That's not cool. Grappling. What was that? Right, easy enough. Stage 4 clear. Alright, Floyd. Pretty good. Pretty decent. Now we gotta go back to my main man Axel though, because honestly he pretty dope. Still.
Axel Stone.
You won't get away that easily. Listen, lady, can't you see the Syndicate is behind all this? Thanks for the GG. Shut it, you broke the law and it's my duty to put you in jail. Central requesting backup, send everything you got. We're surrounded by weird shields. They won't get us this time, get ready. It's Adam. Hey guys, long time no see. Dad! And who might you be? Stand down, officer. I'm with Special Investigation Forces. Let them go. Piss off, you don't have jurisdiction here. She's kind of intense. Run along. I'll handle this. Dad, I can't leave. Don't worry, sweetheart. I'm back now, and okay, I missed the last bit, but Daddy's just gonna talk to the lady. Alright, sure. But yeah, no, these character models are, in fact, super nice. Adam unlocked, alright. Well, I guess we can play as Adam next, then. I guess we'll do it next time, because it won't let me do it right now. If it had let me choose it before, I would have. It's an alt hit. Thanks for breaking the barrel for me. You can go now. What is that? Looks a little hazardous, though, I must say. I feel like you guys should maybe not walk through the glowing goo, just Just a thought. Maybe it just slows you. I'm not sure if it hurts. You don't want to get stabbed now, do you? Okay, it does look like it actually hurts you because I'm trying to actually throw it. Thank you. Okay, please just let me over there. Thank you. It was like this in the original games though too. There were enemies that occasionally would have like air moves that could make them jump from one plane to the next. But pretty much all of your attacks are, you know, always like on the same plane. You can't really like jump and do like a kick from like, you know, in a vertical sound. Ooh, okay, all right. I prefer not to be juggled, but all right. Please let me out. Actually, I'll stay in the corner. I promise. That's fine. Why is that not a grab? Alright, that's fine, I guess. Come on. That was a weird wombo. I was trying to work the back attack in there, but it wasn't like, it just like kind of wasn't coming out. Okay, that also seemed like it should have hit you there, but I guess it was like a pixel away. Alright, come on, dude. It's mostly like it just kind of feels like there's certain levels that like certain characters might be better at. Like I kind of wish I had a little bit more mobility in some cases. It's very much like the old stuff, so it's not unsuspected. Oh, I really don't like being juggled though, especially when there's like nothing I can do about it. Come on, dude, don't. Okay, this level I'm not a fan of. How did that hit me? I was on like a completely different plane when she started. Jesus. Alright, you, I guess. Are you gonna be different in some way? You brought a Big Ben with you, apparently. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, not the biggest fan of the sewer level, mainly just because most of the time when you get that attacked like that in this kind of game, like you aren't stuck completely. Whereas that I just kept getting juggled and taking like huge hits from the juggle on top of that, so it was kind of annoying. Yeah, let me break the tables like classic. New. Okay. Sugar. Right, tried to dodge it, could not. Sugar and honey. Cool. I do like a lot of the new character models. We've got pull cues. Would you drop your pull cue? I'm not using it. Yeah. Oh, now it's a poke because we broke it. Use the 8-ball? Apparently. It's just a thrown weapon though. Yeah. 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 Okay. There's another variety. It's making me like not do anything here. Caramel? Okay. No, I got tased. Alright. And knifed and hit for a lot of damage. Come on now. Just stop getting juggled, please. No taser for you. Wow, she can do that from a long way away. How about one of these, though? This HP, please. No, I'm gonna get hit. Like, love how he threw that like perfectly horizontally. Back up to 2 lives. We're doing okay. Ooh, there's some money there. Carefully hidden. Hey, it's the kangaroo from the 3rd one. What a weird game. What's up, kangaroo? You gonna serve me a beer or something? Nope. I don't think I can do anything with you. All right. Oh, is it it's the same as the bartender? Yep, Barbon. Nice. This guy is the first boss you fight in Streets of Rage 2. And he's not like ridiculously difficult, but he's kind of tough. Like early on. Largely because he can grab you. And he does it a lot. Ooh. Hang on. I want to hit you with this engine, because that would be really cool. Alright, well, it was cool for a second. I'll hit more with that, but that's fine. Okay. I don't like sometimes getting locked into a move, though. Okay, stop with your weird pirouette things. Hyper armor. Come on. It's mostly just that the bosses get like a lot of hyper armor. It's the only difficulty because like that move right there in particular is kind of hard to avoid. Some of these in general are very hard to avoid. That right there. I tried to jump, but I just couldn't do anything. Come on, just let me hit him. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's like a strategy for dealing with it, but like the fact that I can't interrupt his super attack is kind of making this a little ridiculous. He does look a little like Freddie Mercury. I'm probably gonna fucking lose it right here, honestly. This guy is ridiculous. If there was like a fundamental thing that I'm missing, like if there's like a special form of movement I can do to attack things on a different plane, or even just a block, that would be nice. Like, I love that they're updating, you know, things to make this game, like, cool and interesting. I just don't like that the enemies can do shit that I specifically just cannot do, like, anything close to. He just fucking countered me. Are you kidding me? I mean, we made it past, but that was kind of fucking bullshit, honestly. Again, like, if he just did like his spin kicks like in a straight line or something, you know, it'd be fine because you could just avoid it, right? The fact is that he transitions between each like horizontal plane so quickly, and all I can do is walk slow. I can't dodge, you know. Just give me a dodge move, you know? Like, how hard is it to give players a means of dodging? Alright, let's try Adam.
Adam Hunter.
It's still very good. Like, I don't want to give the wrong impression. It's I'm having a lot of fun with it. Is it a fucking boomerang? Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's get a fucking katana. Man, that does a ton of damage. That just took that guy out. Yeah, I kind of expect that to be the case. You know, it is a whole sword and all. Well, it's these guys, the Muay Thai fighters. Can I grab you out of that? See, he gets a block. And he also hits a lot, for a lot of damage because, you know, they can combo. Okay, stop signs also apparently super lethal. Not super surprising, but, you know. I like money. We can't break these apparently. I see another Big Ben, although it's a different one. And he's gonna do the belly flop, of course, because you gotta. I love being able to throw the big guys. This one actually called? Gourmand, right. Well, you're done. Ooh, good, another star. Okay. Those have been really handy. This game ended up being harder than I was expecting it to be, which is kind of cool in a way, but, we've had some close calls. We're only playing it on normal. I can't even imagine playing this shit on Mania. See, like, you know, this is still a blade, a bladed weapon, and yet I like that they have these pierces, though. That's gonna hit me. I can't really get out of there. Free food, nice. I was not trying to throw that, but that's fine. How did that not hit you? guys are so... Their combos start up so quickly. Stop blocking, you dick. Raven. That's so Raven. Always blocking. Signs are really heavy. Tried to pick up a fallen one once and barely budged it, although I'm not a very big guy. I mean, you know, I get it. It's a steel pipe, you know, very long, long, thick steel pipe. They are meant to be like very sturdy and durable. I just wish I could combo break. No, I just want to pick that up. Stop throwing my weapons away. If this motherfucker could just stop flying into me, that'd be great. Okay. Healed and then immediately was gone. I keep trying to go for a grab, and these guys are like instantaneous with their combos. Alright, this guy I feel like is going to be a pain, especially with our current HP. I don't know if he was trying to counter me there or what. It just looked really weird. I'm actually very surprised I was able to get a grab there. I expected this guy to just judo the shit out of me. Is that actually damaging you? Definitely did. He's not even a real boss anyway, so that's fine. That means that guy's gonna become like an enemy we're gonna see more of, I'm sure. Extra life and 1k. Alright, can you let me go? Thank you. Adam is looking pretty cool. Yeah, I don't like his special his forward as much as Axel's. I mean, it's got a little bit more range to it, but it's weird because it's like you have to hit it twice, sort of. I feel a little weird killing these guys with the Naginata, but I'll take it nevertheless. There's our extra life. That's good. We're back up to 3. Oh shit. Okay. Man's got some range to him. No, sir, you may not. Pick that up. He said no. What is this fucking section, dude? It broke my toy. And I'm dead, which is a terrible place to get killed, I think, because we're not even at a boss fight. It's just that these guys, they're running away with the weapons and they're all out of sync. I just want to try to grab one even. I don't even mean the weapon, I just mean an enemy. I don't like getting double hit so much. Again, that really feels like BS. Oh good, a baseball bat. I'll stick with the Naginata. I just wanted like some extra HP. It's really cool how much range this thing has to it though. Give me a sandwich or something, man. I'm hungry. Alright, pizza. I'll take it. It's a lot of these guys. No, let me... Come on. You're really just throwing a gauntlet at me at this point. How did that miss you? Oh, I know why I missed you. It's because you did a plane transition. The shit that I really don't like that you can do. They could do that as far back as at least the second game. It was bullshit then. It's still bullshit now. Because it's not something you as a character can do. Only the enemies can do it, and it's retarded. Sorry, I know people like that word. It just, it's not especially fair when enemies can like hit you easily from a different plane when you can't do the same thing to them. It just doesn't seem balanced. The rest of it, like, it's still fun, don't get me wrong. I love Streets of Rage 2. Mostly in a nostalgic sense, but, fine. It almost looked like it was breakable. Kumite, yes. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but roommate is using a food processor in the background, so, well, in the kitchen, not in the background. It's fucking Shiva. I'm gonna get my ass kicked, probably. Shiva is the next to last boss of Streets of Rage 2. I only have one life. And he is probably the hardest boss of the game in 2. That's pretty deep. Cool. I don't like that you have a clone. That's like, the game really wants you to juggle, and I'm doing my best to try. Adam's pretty good at it, actually. Like, his jabs come out fast. Okay, I was worried that wasn't gonna hit. Alright, that actually went really well. You survived the fight then? Yeah, apparently. Shiva is the bodyguard of Mr. X in the second game, and yeah, he's definitely the hardest fight, I would say. I mean, you could say Mr. X is the hardest fight because he's the last boss, but I don't think he's the hardest fight. He just has like a lot of bullshit, whereas Shiva is a little more straightforward, but just very hard. Okay. Well, we had a really good boss fight, but the rest of the level was not as good, so that's why we got a rank C. You know, but again, I'm happy with that because, like, again, not that I don't suck, because I probably do a little bit, but these games, they're not as easy as they look. They're actually kind of a struggle. The first one, the second one, maybe the third one, I don't know, are kind of hard solo. If you're playing in co-op, it's not so bad, but there are some bosses that have, like, extreme bullshit moves. Now, if you know, like, the secrets to them, and I don't mean secrets, but more like exploits, like, for the limitations of the game back then, you're like, okay, well, it's tricky timing, and if I just happen to do this one move, I can interrupt that, you know, and you could use your specials to interrupt a lot of their bullshit, but it's, you know, whenever you use your regular special move, it costs health to use it, so, like, you gotta be careful to do that. I don't think it can kill you, but, like, you just hit a point where eventually you can't use it anymore because you have too little health. Alright, let's, I like Cherry's mobility. Like, the nice thing about her is that even though her forward is technically like an air attack, it's very low to the ground, so it's harder for shit to, like, uppercut you out of the air, and whereas Blaze, like, hers is, like, too high, so she gets just interrupted a lot. Floyd is pretty cool, but I wish that his remote, like his ranged grab, wasn't like a special, so it didn't cost me health to do it. But it makes sense. He's just very strong, but not necessarily tanky. But yeah, he's incredibly slow, and Max is too in Streets of Rage 2. But you kind of like, there's ways around it. I'm curious how like old these characters would have to be at this point. Or what, like, it's not like a year, because it's one of those like 90s games where they're like, the year is 19XX, you know, so it's like, do you mean like 1999 or what? Like what year is it supposed to be? So who knows what year this is supposed to take place, if, you know, in this fictional setting. But yeah, I don't know, Adam might be a little bit better. I still like Axel because he's very much like the OG. And Axel is not necessarily the best for like a speed run of the game, but he's probably gonna be the easiest to like get around bosses with in Streets of Rage 2, just especially because of his grand uppercut thing. Or grand upper. You chain it into combos a lot, and it's like kind of overpowered. Max's grabs are really fucking strong though, especially when you do like the air moves. Like if you grab someone and then jump and then attack, you'll do, like in this game for Floyd, you'll do a choke slam, whereas in that, Max would just like, he'll do a backbreaker, and it does so much damage. It's crazy. Because you can just wreck bosses with it as long as you're able to grab them. They still use CRT, so probably in the 90s still. Yeah, I was assuming it was probably still somewhere in there. Police department had force field shields, but CRT monitors, so it's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's like it's just more of a stylish thing. It's not, none of this is to be taken particularly seriously. I don't know. I tell you what, I'm at a little bit of a conundrum, so I will let you guys pick who I play next. We got Axel, we got Blaze, and I know why some of y'all want me to play Blaze, but I'm for it, so don't be concerned. We got Cherry, we got Floyd, and we got Adam. Who should I play next? Because we've played everyone at least once. Axel a couple times. What is your vote? I will drink some coffee while y'all decide. Axel or Cherry for me. Same, Cherry. I appreciate you picking Blaze while you decide. It was kind of an accident, but you know, or was it? Alright, I think it's probably going to be Cherry, because Dodo and Wintermute said Axel or Cherry, and Panda said Cherry. So I guess we'll do Cherry. Alright. I do like her. I don't like that she doesn't have a throw. That is one of the more powerful things in the game, but I love her knee tackle. It's not only like mobility, but it's just very good. Not bad. It's been too long since I've had just a worthy opponent. Still living a life of crime, eh, Shiva? You're working with the Y twins. Those spoiled brats know I don't like their methods. What's going on? What do you know? Well, since they lost their father, Mr. X, the twins have been obsessed with controlling others. They developed a machine to control people's minds through sound waves. Okay. This is what I mean. Don't take it seriously. Those speakers in the sewers. Yes, they've planted devices all over the city. And they're planning to broadcast their mind-controlling music. When? Excuse the yawning. Ask them yourself. They're hiding in plain sight. At the giant Y building, you think? Thank you, Shiva. Brilliant detective work, Axel, who, by the way, I don't know about it now, but he was a cop. Both him and Blaze and Adam, not both, all three of them, obviously, were cops in the original. I don't know if they're still cops. Probably not anymore. Alright. But yeah, okay. Oh, I misunderstood the intention there. I also love that she can run. It's so good. I'm trying. I got locked into a thing there. The flying knee is so good, dude. Oh, we stopped. Okay, I can't see anything. Honestly, like, Cherry was fine throughout most of the jail level. The only thing she had a hard time with was the boss. Because he's not grabbable, which was fine because she's not great at grabs anyway, but there just wasn't a lot I could do to avoid his shit. Okay, guys, chill for just a second. How did you break that, dude? You were like immediately hit by that combo. I love the guitar though. She's very stylish. I need health bad. That instant grab though, dude. It's so difficult to get away from. Man, this guy. Get tased. And I'll get grabbed because that's like apparently unavoidable. So too early. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's her again. Another Estelle. Well, we weren't really grabbing her anyway, so we can make use of our flying knee. That'll be fine. Oh geez, that still hit me, huh? Talk about plain verticality nonsense. That's right. I will cheese you if I have to. If I must. And it looks like I must. That still hit me. Come on, dude. Those grenades are a little bit nonsense. Oh no. Come on. Oh wait, there's a grenade. Just on the ground. Hey, just let me use it. How about? Kablam. Alright. I just need to focus her down. Can you blow yourself up? That wasn't even intentional. That instant grab though. Blown up. We did not. She interrupted my shit though. That was kinda effed. Flying knee! Flying knee! Flying knee! Okay, that works too. Run over here if you don't mind. Oh no, she punched me out of it. Got some hyper armor there, that was nice. Okay, look, let me finish. Okay, that's not how you finish. There you go. Alright. We have 0 lives. We will likely have continues though, I hope. If we don't get some more lives here. That's usually how it worked. I don't know if you had infinite continues. You probably did, because it's meant to be like an arcade style game. Okay. Alright, who's next, chat? Cherry got her turn. I want to keep switching it up. She did good. That was kind of a short level though. Like weirdly short compared to the rest of them. I mean, I guess it would make sense to not be on top of a you know, a train for a super long time, but I don't know, just wasn't especially long. Axel? Any other votes? Anybody? Axel's fine with me. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, Axel it is. I don't know any of these characters. You don't have to know them. It doesn't matter. I keep switching it up each level, so. Syndicate has been corrupting the city and the police. They want to take control of the population. That's not possible. What you're saying is... Haha, at last I've found you. Now shoot them. Are you sure? What are you doing? There are civilians on this train. Hold your fire. That's an order. An order? I don't take orders from anyone. Do you? I'll hold my peace, alright? My piece of pizza. You actually have pizza right now? I had pizza recently, but I could go for some more. Am I already damaged? Oh, we have 2 lives again. Did they just give you some at the start? You're new. Victoria. Honestly, if you're on the slow side, I'm fine with that. Just watch where you're throwing that fire. Yeah, I gotta remember that I'm not currently playing Cherry, so I don't have like a lot of mobility. Gotta remember that. Okay, so it's worth exploding these because they still drop stuff. Alright, good to know. Here's a golden turkey. No, my art piece. Let me out. I'm guessing this turkey's gonna be money rather than actual HP. Could be bad. Yep, still hit me there. Lou was hiding pizza under his chair. I'm supposed to be eating on duty, friend? I don't think so. Oh, it's a weapon! I didn't even realize. That's hilarious. Who wants to get hit with a turkey? Apparently him. Jonathan. Honestly, Elizabeth, I've had enough of your shit, so just don't even try. What is that in the foreground? Just some art, I guess. Art of what? Looks like a giant shotgun shell, almost. Sorry, Lou, you're not good enough to... Yeah, it was like a bullet. Okay. It's very pink in here. Oh shit, that's a lot of grenades. Goodbye. And they dropped even more. How nice. No, can't take them with you, so might as well use them up. That's a lot of fire. Must be broken. top of something. No, that hurts. This is a weird art installation, I'm just saying. I was not trying to throw that, but sure. Oh well. I was hoping to carry a grenade with me for a little bit. Just in case. Oh no, that's not good. Stop throwing your nades over here. You know, like, oh, that poor lady behind the desk. I didn't even notice her until just now. Background's just like, punch. I need you to come this way, Veronica, Victoria, whatever your name is, and specifically. Stay on the screen so I can actually hit you, please. Margaret, apparently. That art's for you. Yes, it is. Look at all these golden turkeys. Okay, what are you guys seeing what's in the background right now? How did that make it into this game? And who does that belong to? Why is it going to Paris? That's a massive BP. Yeah, it does seem pretty big. Oh, it's you again. Oh, it's two of you. Alright. Bayo and Riha. Okay. So you have slightly different abilities here. Fire, so instead of electricity we have a poison and a fire one. And actually getting in to get a hit is a little easier said than done. I would really like to be able to do a grab or something, and that's gonna be a little rough for sure. I don't know how we're gonna beat this. We've barely done anything to them. I can't even fucking get in there. Okay, if they had a little bit more like traditionally accurate HP, it would be fine, but I just don't like that they have hyper armor. Another situation where I think Cherry would have actually been a little bit better. If he didn't leave so much shit on the ground, it would probably be alright, but not like I have ranged attacks or anything. If I did, it would be fine. Best I can do is like a kick. Good God, come on. Sit still. Jesus Christ. I can't even get a hit in. Okay, see, this is the problem, is I keep getting stuck in the green goo, which does damage you, for one thing. And then the other one just destroys me. I wish you just didn't leave it on the ground. What? How did you... What? Okay, just let me out. Such stupid shit. I hate that that does that. Let me fucking jump over it like everything else in the game. I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can before I die at this point. down. I kind of dispute that hitting me there, but fine. The problem too is like I get locked into these combos sometimes, and there's like very little I can do to like escape. Stop doing the throw. That does way more damage. Alright, that's fine. It's mostly the poison one that was like a real bitch to actually do anything to. Okay, that's fine. They keep giving us like lives as we go forward, so, and that's probably like a staple of normal. Our ranks are never going to be very good, but alright, let's go with Floyd. I think the one I don't like as much is Blaze. I mean, she's not bad, but the air kick is it has very little range. Not that Axel's Grand Upper is long range, but at least his is on the ground and doesn't like therefore get canceled out of the air so much. But yes, let's do a Floyd one. We'll play Blaze at least once more. My mom has now confiscated the computer because of reasons I can't watch anymore. White Tower. I mean, we have 3 levels left, so we could do Blaze and Adam once more after this one. Aside from his metal arms, this bathhouse seems appropriate for Floyd anyway. The floor is slightly slidey. I do love that he does like a lot of damage. Get smushed. Being honest, I'll probably even end up playing Floyd quite a bit if I play this more, whether it be on stream or off stream. Like, I loved playing Max so much in Streets of Rage 2. And that's kind of what this is the most like. He glitched a little bit. Come here, you slutty bitch. Oh, I didn't realize. Get Swifford. Now I understand why these floors are so slidey. They're very well waxed and clean. I am Squeegee Man. Do you sense its power? It's not really a squeegee, but it's actually like one level where Floyd, at least here in the bathhouse, where Floyd can actually get like a little bit of mobility just because the floors are a little slidey. It's kind of funny. Is this the new Streets game? It sure is. It just released today. I was like, I haven't really been following the release of it, so I was surprised that it came out today, but like I had heard that it was, and I was like, oh damn, I gotta play this. Because I was a big fan of 2. I liked 1 as well. 3 was okay. I wasn't like as big a fan of 3, but 2 was like a huge nostalgia game for me. Listen, you need to get double grabbed and smushed. Thank you. Anyway, how you doing today, Quad? Oops, I need to not get countered by these guys. Let's get grabbed. Oh, gotta do it faster. Choke slammed. Good man, this looks kind of okay. Be good multiplayer, I bet. I think it'll be way better in multiplayer. Like, it hasn't been bad single player, but oh, did I get shot from off screen? Alright, come on. Floyd has very little mobility. Stop exploiting his stompy legs, please. ham real quick. But yeah, like, it's been a little tough playing it solo, and I'm only playing it on normal. Not that the originals aren't, like, hard to some degree. Okay, I don't like being juggled so much. That's kind of a new feature that I'm not the biggest fan of, being, you know, that you can juggle enemies, but they can juggle you as well, which is kind of lame when, Can we break this glass? Now if we throw stuff and throw enemies into it, maybe we can. Maybe it's just a textural thing. So that doesn't do anything. Oh, that's a new enemy. No, it's not. It's just the normal, like, Y signal type enemy. G signal. Yep, we broke it, and now we can throw enemies off to their doom. I might be able to get thrown out though too, so I gotta be careful. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, buddy, I know that... I'm not trying to do that, I actually want to grab you and throw you out with the trash. There you go. Out you go. Out you go. No, fuck. Alright, well I didn't die, so that's good. I think I lost some life though. Everybody's just getting thrown away. I died. Shit. Oops, okay. But yeah, you still don't have like a means of stop laughing. You don't really have a means of attacking things on a different plane. Oh, it's Max. We're gonna have to fight Max? Really? Maybe not. He looks a little angry. Super Mario really let himself go. Yeah. Oh shit. Max, what has become of you? Why are you my enemy? Fuck. I missed the drop kick. Seem to have a little bit more range on you than you do though. I don't know that I really want to get grabbed by you though, because that will probably hurt. When are you gonna do your, like, supers, buddy? Here it comes. All the bosses, like, they charge up as they go into, like, each phase. Oh, we're just gonna start doing a lot of that now, huh? Can you even be grabbed? No, you're too good to be grabbed, Max. Even by the likes of Floyd, apparently. Oh shit, he can grab me, though. Out. Just gonna do the charge again, that's fine. Those are not being juggled. Max ended up being kind of easy, which is unfortunate for what is probably a late game boss. Max. I guess it says I got an achievement that says snap out of it, so I'm guessing maybe he was being mind controlled, since that's apparently part of the plot. But yeah, I kind of want to play this with in multiplayer. I might even try to get my brother to play it with me someday. I'm not sure, because we played Streets of Rage 2 together a lot. That was a good Max or Floyd level though, because I was not expecting to fight Max at the end there, and so it was good to have like the beefcake versus beefcake. Alright, so we were gonna play Blaze, and then I guess we'll do Adam last.
Bring it on.
Max, are you okay? That music, I couldn't control myself. I swear I didn't want to hurt you. You filthy? So apparently it's the sister. Who is that? Don't mess with me, I am Miss Y, daughter of the great Mr. X, heir to the Empire, and queen to you scum. Yeah, right. You will obey me. Brother, activate the device. Oh shit, Estelle and her big fucking muscles. What? You can't do this. That speaker costs a lot of money. And the police answer to me, blah blah blah. Not anymore, lady. I've seen what you and your brother are capable of. In the name of Wood Oak City, you're under arrest. That's right, it's Wood Oak City. I don't know if that was ever the original city name. Sister, we have to leave. We still have a concert to attend. It doesn't matter. Soon you'll be eating out of our hands. Okay. It's dubstep. A concert, of course. The show will be broadcast all over the city, and they're going to use this music to enslave everyone. Quick, we have to stop it. I don't know about this plot, y'all, but it's still a fun game. it's very nonsense, but you go on. I missed what you said. Thanks, officer. The text does go by a little quick. Call me Estelle. I'm just gonna jump out the window like that. No plans of like a parachute or anything. Gonna paraglide. Okay, we apparently landed on a rooftop somewhere nearby. Oh fuck. Just straight up threw a nail bed at me. Return the favor. Oh, it's gone already. Oops. Come on, that's not what I was trying to do. Damn, stop throwing the nail beds, dude. Okay, we may not survive. This is a... What? The dude caught it? Are you kidding? I forgot that you could catch weapons in this, apparently. It's a little weird. I don't know if you can catch all of them, but... We need to get another extra life because we've kind of squandered one of them really quickly. I mean, that was a somewhat tough grouping, but... even so... Stop throwing shit at me. It's annoying. Get hammered. What? That's not what I did. There we go. What? Okay, come on now. Why is this guy having so much hyper armor? Aw, shit. Caramel, sugar, and honey. They're throwing grenades at me to boot. Seems a little unfair. Especially if they can't be blown up by them, which is... Okay, come on now. Sometimes you get stuck in the back attack thing. It's a little weird. Whoa, okay. See that right there? That's the only thing that's bullshit about this game. So like, you know, if it wasn't obvious what happened... Like, did the grenade hit you? Kinda seemed like it did for a second there. Man, the grenades are kind of also BS here, but just because they keep hitting me on like a completely different plane. Blow up. Why do yours take such a short amount of time to blow up? Right there. That's the thing that is super bothersome. I can't avoid that attack. I mean, technically I can, it's just very difficult. That's some old school bullshit. Yeah, and that's all I'm getting at is like, you know, it's not that I mind that sort of stuff necessarily, it's just, it happens with far too many enemies. Like the original Big Ben, like this guy right here, he's modeled off of an enemy called Big Ben, which is the red and white one here technically. And so they do that fire breathing attack, and the thing where Henri, the roll is new. That's something that this one does specifically, I guess. The best I can do to avoid some of these is to jump, but it's like the only thing I can do sometimes, and it's actually really difficult to pull off. But yeah, so the Big Ben enemy was one of like the original, like both the first and second game, like, alright, hits you on the way back too. I don't know for sure, but will this hit me? Yeah, well, okay. That was dumb to like test, but I just really had to see, like, if it would still hit me if I was the one who set the wrecking ball in motion in the first place. Come on, see right there, like, I'm not even on the same plane as the thing and it still hits me. The grenades, like, are the worst in that regard because, like, they hit you from a long freaking way away. Alright, say so. Oh, it's just game over, apparently. There's no continue. Well, that blows. I think I'm not gonna play Blaze. Unfortunately, she kind of sucks. Let's just play Adam, and maybe we'll finish it up as Axel then. I like Blaze, but her movement and stuff is just really weird. Trying to throw that. Some of it's like you just gotta be faster about how you do things in this game, but like, I don't know. There's some genuine bullshit though, and a lot of it's just that like I can the only thing I can do to traverse planes, like horizontal planes, is moving up and down. That's it. I can move at a slight angle, but that's it. I can't, there's no like angled attacks or anything like that. Her stationary movement is OP, maybe? Adams is really good though. His actual comboing is very fast and it's hard enough to actually be decent. Come on. Let me up, Doug, please. See, these grenades, like, they just fucking hit you. There's, like, nothing you can do about it. Okay, that's the first time they've ever done a grab, though. That, like, there. Like, you just get juggled, and I can't do a goddamn thing about it. Like, if they also got hit by the grenades, like, in the original, it would probably be alright, because there were grenade-throwing enemies in Streets of Rage 2. But, like, the grenades were not only extremely easy to avoid, for the most part. Okay, apparently I'm just now learning that Axel has a dash. I don't know how I didn't notice that before. because every time I try to do forward, I'm trying to do his special. Not special, but his forward move. Doing a little bit better, sort of. I think Adam might actually be the best. I mean, Floyd's pretty good, but... What? How did you break that, dude? Like, you were literally in the process of getting hit by my attack. Get sledged. Alright. Down the pit you go. An uppercut. Freaking Donovan uppercut. Excuse me, Z. Pizza time. Monies. I should have jumped. Okay. New Kobu. Or Kubo, excuse me. And the 2 pipes. Really a lot more than 2 pipes, but still. He died fast. Take this, go up. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think Adam might be the best, just in general. DJ Washi, okay? Oh, that's gonna be real annoying. You just have straight up weird shit, huh? I don't know how I'm gonna avoid these. These are just like attacks that belong in a completely different game. At least they don't hit that hard. Thank goodness. Whoa, how'd you grab me there? I don't think I can grab LDJ Kawashi here. Maybe when he's on the ground. We've not gotten into the next phase yet. Ooh, we find an easy exploit though. If you just stand behind him, you can just destroy his ass. Keeps shielding up, I see. Ooh, okay, the stand behind thing was just a phase 1 baby tactic. Doesn't work so well after that. Ooh, that was a big fireball. Yeah, I might even just do the last level as Adam because he's legitimately like really good. Done and done. Which might be why they like don't let you start the game with Adam. You have to unlock him like, I don't know, roughly at the halfway point. He has that little dash too, which I didn't notice before, but that at least adds like a little bit of mobility. Alright, let's continue as Adam. He's at least one of the 3 OGs, so I think that's fair. Presumably final level, airplane. Oh, it's like this, the elevator level, but in reverse, apparently. Whoa, I just fell. Oh, I see, he grabbed me. Off you go. Okay, whoa, that's doing a lot of damage. Holy shit. These R signals, holy shit. Should just kick yourself into oblivion. There you go. Man, that hits for a lot of damage too. Come on. Difficult level to bypass, I think. Somewhat, anyway. So we're almost dead here. Alright, well, I thought the elevator section would be a lot longer. Okay, well, that's something, I guess. Oh, alright, well, just instantaneously, huh? Really having a hard time avoiding that. It's fine with the grenade one. Come on, dude. It's fine with the grenade ones because, like, the grenade ladies, I mean, because they, at least in their case, they just drop the grenade safely, harmlessly on the ground where you can just grab it. Dunphy. Get baton smacked. Alright, I need another life, dude. HP is helpful. What? Why did he start doing back attack suddenly? Hold on, this fucking grab. Dude, that fucking grab is absurd. Oop, jeez. Stop throwing shit at me. Get out of there. Don't get... Come on, stop spamming. Man, when that shit falls, it's like just... What do you do? I don't know why. He keeps getting like... It might be something with my controller, but every once in a while I get stuck doing the backwards attack. You have to do this way. Okay, alright, fine. Still gives me stuff. This, I guess, it's probably not going to last very long, but... Ooh, that straight up just blew up. Okay. Oh, come on. Dude, the juggles. It's the juggles that kind of kill me. anybody. It hit nobody. Okay. Come on. With just like a single chance. Tased. Alright. How did that hit the guy behind you, but not you? This is kind of bullshit, Mr. Iron. Finally getting blown up. You did not die. No, don't shoot me. What did I just say, dude? You have a hard time listening. We're coming up to the boss pretty soon, I think, here. I know that he was on the plane, because I remember seeing a screenshot. Guessing we can maybe break the chairs? Listen, you and your stupid drop kicks. Just give me a chance to even get in there. So if they don't sit still in the slightest, and then they just hit you with the drop kicks like crazy. Isn't gonna be anything on these, just the little electrical panels, apparently. Okay. We're hitting some turbulence, apparently. Give me the food. Okay, the turbulence. Ooh, there's a star hidden there. Thank you, turbulence. I appreciate it. Music is pretty good in this game, I gotta say. Yeah, it's the original is known for its music. Or sorry, not the original, but 2. I mean, I always think of 2 as the original because it's not even the first one I played. It's just my favorite. And I keep thinking of this almost like it's a remake, even though it's not. It's just the next one in the series. But yeah, so the issue of enemies having, if it was some enemies and not so many enemies, like, I was saying this before and I kind of got sidetracked, but the Big Ben enemy, right, like, had the ability to run at a diagonal with his flame attack and with his, like, big belly flop, and it was the one thing that made Big Ben a serious pain in the ass. In the first one, he was a boss. No, I'm sorry, he was just I think an enemy in the first one, maybe. This is gonna be difficult, I foresee, especially if he can hit me while I'm in the air. Okay, does that still hit you? Because I was pretty sure it wasn't going to. Well, it's kind of a spin on the original Mr. X music too. This is reminiscent of the actual Mr. X fight in a way, because he basically just shoots at you a bunch. I should save that for the next phase. Okay, we have one more star. Okay. Okay, that's less like Mr. X. Mr. X just had a Tommy gun that he would shoot at you while he would spawn enemies over and over at you. But he would do that laugh right there, the ha 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 shit. Like but he would do it every time he knocked you down, which would happen constantly because, you know, you'd get hit by his gun. Alright. I think that would phase planes. Come on, dude, just let me over there. What? Like that bullshit right there. Like I'm not hitting him because I'm apparently on a different plane verticality, you know. But he's hitting me, like, you know, that kind of shit is so fucking annoying. It's the only thing about this game that's like keeping it from being like just a perfect addition to the series. Because it's legitimately kind of an issue. Actually, Adam's fucking dash. The fact that you can spam it like that is crazy good. Alright, come on, just stop. Come on, you gotta actually let me get up and move. That's... oh, good God, just actually get over there. Jesus Christ. We still gotta deal with the sister, I'm sure. Yeah, Adam is really good. I just wish it wasn't like every fucking enemy in the game that could do that shit. It's not every enemy. Well, I mean, it almost is, because like even the easy quote-unquote enemy, the first type that you run into, thank you for the GG, the Garcia or whatever, like if they have a knife, they can come at you at an angle, and you have no way of moving the way they move. So, and because they don't give you like a dodge roll or something, it's just sort of lame that that they can do that, because it's incredibly difficult to avoid, when the best thing you can do to avoid it is jump in the air and then just get air caught by something else. Which again would not be so much of a problem if it was just a few enemies in the game that could do that, because even, I don't know about Streets of Rage 1, but Streets of Rage 2 could do that with just a few enemies, which made them challenging. You had to kind of like really either think about it or just totally brute force your way through it, and you could. But in this, like, it's like every fucking enemy does it, and you have no way to really like counter that kind of thing. So it's just like, how the fuck are you supposed to deal with it? And so I'm just okay. So we got our Streets of Rage 1 Axel unlocked. Only that, apparently. Okay, let's continue. I think it wouldn't be as noticeable in co-op. In co-op, this game would probably be like extremely enjoyable, and you could probably play it on hard, honestly, to like start having a little bit more of a challenge. Like, I could beat this on hard, I'm sure. I'm only playing on normal, but you know, in fact, I could beat it on harder difficulty than that if I really wanted to, but I don't. And I will say that right now, without like a like an absolute fuck ton of practice, there's no way I would ever beat Mania in a million years. This, by the way, is like the model for the Garcia that I was talking about. It's a leveled version, so his name is different, but... $7,000 for another life, we'll see. These ladies in there. Helmet charge, their drop kicks, all their shit, really. Get out of here, Caramel. Fuck up your bike. No, I guess we'll use this. I think you get, yeah, you do get, if you're at full HP and you use a heal, I think you just get points, which is nice. Candy, you're a new one. You also apparently have a lot of hyper armor and do a pretty impressive grab. I don't like that I'm getting juggled in the corner though, because I can't do anything about it. Okay, jumped a little too early to avoid that. Oh god, man, that reaches so freaking far. Alright, we got him. More food, nice. And a star. You love to see it. Okay. Yeah, I think this is like a game that's like just primarily set for co-op. It's fine single player. Like, okay, that was a weirdly delayed attack. I guess because you do like a triple shot is why. And they have hyper armor, which is just great. Because all these enemies need hyper armor, apparently. At least it's not like a ton of damage per shot, because if it was, that would suck. Speaking of co-op, I'm really excited to play Vermintide 2 with Charlie tomorrow, and whoever else is joining. I have no idea, but I still don't know what I'll be doing on stream afterwards, if I even am. Oops, probably shouldn't say that. Oh, fuck. I'm not going to control that. How did that miss you guys? You guys both walked right into the swing. Come on, dude. The uppercut on Wake Up is kind of annoying. More than kind of. What? I don't know if anyone's ever done like a no damage attempt of like Streets of Rage 2. I know that there are people who have done like no death and obviously speedruns. Okay. This is still like shining, but I guess we can't do anything with it now. Babbo! How about the mace? Thanks, Babbo. Okay, I would like to actually hit you, though. Come on, dude. God damn. These higher level Donovans are... Z's are freaking obnoxious as hell. They just instantly pick up any weapon that's like laying around. There we go, finally. It's cost me so much in lives though. I got one back at least. I should see about like maybe changing my keys up if possible. Like I don't like that pick up and throw are the same, or necessarily the same mainly just because like you'll go to like eat some pizza or something like that, and then you accidentally throw the weapon that's in your hands, or just drop it, you know, if you're not holding right or left. This, please, thank you. Okay, obviously big ominous spike ball is a thing. I can't really avoid it though because of the movement in this game. Why was there no grab there? Oh, they're all hitting each other? That's kind of interesting. Dude, just let me by. Heart. There we go. Make me go past it? Okay, well, then we'll use it for points. Vermintide 2 is going to be good for sure. I got it installed and running, so maybe I can pop in for some levels. Yeah, I'm sure. I played it a little bit last night just to try it out and see like what was necessary for like co-op, which I didn't do any. I actually just played with bots. But I played as Victor, I guess it is, Saltspire, the witch hunter. So that's the only one that I have any levels in, but I'm okay with playing whatever, really. Like I don't have to play him specifically. I don't know if you can double up on characters at all. Whoa, okay, the insta-grab was a little weird there. Yeah, she is grabbable though, which is nice. Get suplexed. Got the old Mr. X throne out here, except now it's the Y throne, or the T throne. It's kind of a Y and a T for Y twins. And there's two halves of it to also denote that there's two twins. So very clever. Okay, that's an ability. So far, she doesn't seem too bad, frankly, especially for Adam, because Adam is a true baller. Got a nice combo point there. I'm gonna run away. Okay, I should have maybe expected there'd be another stage to this, so that we didn't use up all of our stars. Oh well. Will they maybe take pity and give us an extra one for free? Oh, it's Mr. X's mausoleum, I guess? Oh, no, there's two thrones out here. And we gotta fight them both at the same time. And I have no star moves, because I'm a dum-dum. Yeah, I'm probably fucked here. Just FYI. Oh, nice. Okay, just let me have this. What? Oh, that fucking grab, dude. That shit's like unavoidable. Okay, I was genuinely trying to jump there. It's his gun that's like really problematic, of course, obviously. Why can't I move? Okay, a phase transition. Oh jeez, there had to be more yet. Oh my god, what the fuck? I wonder if it's just whichever one you get lower in HP. Can we even hurt this thing? Oh my god, I can't even fucking get up. I'll just focus on her, 'cause I don't think I can hurt this thing. Oh my god, dude, that's oh, a fucking unavoidable grab too. There's like no tell for that swipe. That's what I really don't like, dude. That's not a good design. Give me a tell or something so it's at least somewhat avoidable. Okay. Dude, I cannot fucking get there at all. he keeps like juggling the shit out of me. Wait, I can damage it? Okay. Just have to do it like jump. Oh god, that fucking swipe is bullshit. Grab though, dude. That stupid fucking unavoidable grab. That did like no damage to him. What? Come on, hit her. Why is the music slowing? Jump. The unavoidable grab. Like, dude, you just cannot get away from that grab, like, whatsoever. Okay. I guess that's fine, although she's switching up her moves, apparently. This is not too bad. Okay, it kind of like was a little anticlimactic at the end because of that, but that was fine, I guess. I think I made the right choice, like, damn, focusing him down though, because I think whoever's lower probably ends up on that first, I would guess anyway. And frankly, fighting that big machine plus Mr. Y down there shooting his gun at me constantly would have been like super annoying. I don't know if like it would change anything, like depending on the order you kill them in. You know, if that's considered like, oh, this is the hard one, you'll get the true ending if you do it that way or some shit like that, you know. Probably not really, but alright, good game, honestly. I liked it. It was overall pretty good. Thanks for the GG. I don't really care for, well, two things. Like, making it harder is fine. And if you're gonna make, like, your own player character be, you know, be able to be juggled by enemies and environmental effects, I would only argue that that should not do an insane amount of damage like it did, because even on normal mode, it was just wrecking whoever I was playing if they got hit by like two things in the environment, but I couldn't, you know, break out of it or do anything. You just get juggled around. That kind of thing is not cool. The only other criticism I have is just the fact that, like, because, you know, having a few enemies that can do diagonal attacks or attacks that hit on multiple planes, you know, tiles, whatever you want to call it, is fine, but having it be like nearly every enemy in the game when your characters cannot do that kind of shit, your player characters, is also not super balanced. I mean, you know, you get used to it, so that's like a minor criticism. It's more like I would have to get used to it, and just kind of deal with it, get good, all that kind of stuff. But the juggling is honestly a bigger bullshit thing, because there's literally nothing you can do about it if it happens to you. You just get juggled. And so of course you could say, like, get good and just don't get hit in the first place or something, but obviously this is the type of game that's really hard to just like not take damage in, especially solo. Now, I don't know how co-op will work, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll do this again on stream at some point, and we'll see about like getting someone in for co-op. Obviously they'd have to own the game is the only thing. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to play it again, to be honest. But I think we might hold off today and continue our Shovel Knight playthrough. Our King of Cards, since originally that's what I was supposed to do today. I just decided to pick this up because this came out today. Love the background. Yeah, it's a really good follow-up. It's more like Streets of Rage 2 and kind of 1 than anything else, which I like. I like that it's not like Streets of Rage 3 specifically. Streets of Rage 3 was not fun, but it was not as good in my opinion as 2. 1 is not like amazing or anything. It's a very old game, like very early Sega, and the main difficulty in that one was that like enemies would, like, if you walk up to an enemy to engage and you go to try to punch, they would often beat you to the punch. Like literally they would hit you first, and you just get used to the fact that it's like, okay, I have to like start hitting like a little bit earlier, like before they arrive like right in front of me to where they would try to hit you. And if you do it that way, then you've kind of like understood most of like how 1 works. There are some pretty gnarly bosses in 1 and 2, but 2 is just like this really iconic game. Despite the fact that I think because a lot of people didn't have Segas and didn't care as much about Sega Genesis or whatever, I think Streets of Rage kind of went under the radar for a ton of people. And it was a game that, like, while the game itself wasn't necessarily ahead of its time, like it was right on the money as far as beat 'em ups go, but the music was ahead of its time. It was like this sort of, you know, not that everybody's into like kind of, I don't know what you'd call your more electronica style music or whatever. And the guy who did it, I forget his name, but you know, he had other artists he used as inspiration for his songs in it, but he made, you know, like he did some sampling work and then made his own songs, but they were like electronica style music well before that was ever a thing, you know. And a lot of people, like, I don't know how much anyone watches YouTube, but it's the thing that I noticed, like a fair number of people on YouTube who, you know, whatever kind of channel they might be, if they're just vlogging, if they're commentary on something or whatever, sometimes they'll have music playing in the background while they're addressing the camera. And I've noticed on a lot of people's channels, they'll use Streets of Rage 2 music because they also like games or whatever, but it's a fucking good soundtrack. It's exceptionally good. Alright, high scores. I'm sure we are nowhere near. We're in 618th place in world ranking. Okay, look, that's gonna be a fluke. I'm gonna tell you right now, we are gonna go way the fuck down real soon. That's not a bad score, I'm just saying. It is normal difficulty, so there is that. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like, I'm gonna play this on hard or mania right away. You know. And the thing is, like, when I'm not focusing on streaming, I probably would play this on at least hard or harder. But I don't know, not necessarily for my first playthrough. Sometimes for certain games I do, but I knew that this game was going to end up being a little challenging, so I decided to just go with normal for the first playthrough, just so it wasn't like, not too easy, not ridiculously difficult though. And it seems I made the right choice given that just how many enemies there are that can hit you where you can't really hit them, or do stuff to avoid it so much. If you had a block or a dodge roll or something, it would probably be fine. If you're playing as Adam, I think it wouldn't be so bad because you could probably dash through a number of things, or just, you know, use it to get around the screen quickly so you're out of the way of an impending attack. But even so, I don't think anybody else had that. I could be wrong. It might be that Axel and everybody has some sort of dash and I just didn't notice because I was constantly chaining attacks together at first. Keep things fair, only Streets of Rage 4 characters played in single player mode are counted on the leaderboards. Yeah, that's kind of expected. Alright, but yeah, I mean, even though the game has barely been out for very long, I'm surprised to be in 618th place. Again, it's a fluke, it'll go down. Alright, so now we have stage select, we have arcade. What is arcade? In arcade mode, you only get 1 credit to finish the whole story in one go and you cannot save. No, not right now. Battle, I'm guessing, is versus, which is kind of a, yeah, it looks that way. Pretty interesting though. these all locked? Oh, for hard difficulty, I see. I just want to see something. I'm gonna start. We could play as a super pixelated Axel. I just want to see if Axel has a dash, and I just didn't realize the entire time. Nope, doesn't appear to be the case. I was trying a few times. I was like, nobody seems to be able to run, which is normal for the game. Yeah, and not triple hit or anything. Oh, he can charge up a hit. That's cool. Like if I hold the attack button, he can do like a charged kick. Pretty nice. Alright. Neato. Well, okay, so yeah, that was me checking out Streets of Rage 4. We might do this some more on stream here at some point. Maybe with some co-op if I can find somebody who has the game who wants to play it on co-op. We can, I'm pretty sure, do this online, so we'll see. We'll see. Until then, yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really want to try to do right now. The arcade and boss rush sound kind of fun, but I don't want to do them right now, so. Alright, let us... Could have sworn I saw a clip with that skater dude, like someone actually playing as skates? Or just like him in the background somewhere. I'm surprised we didn't see him. Because, like, you know, I think, well, kind of every character, there's 17 characters total that you can play as. Does that include skins, though? Because, like, obviously I have, you know, this skin for Axel. According to the trailer. But do they mean playable characters, or do they just mean characters in general? Because there's quite a few characters in the game, but right now only these 5 are playable. But I do have a skin for Axel. I want to see... this is the old sound effects too. I just want to see what happens. Oh, it's so weird. Oh, he even controls like it. Holy shit. I can't do grand upper with forward. Do I have to do it with the barrel roll? Oh shit. So that's the old super, which I've now squandered the hell out of, but I want to see the Streets of Rage 2 ones, though. Not so much the Streets of Rage 1 skins. Like, they're fine. I don't remember if Streets of Rage 1 actually even had Grand Uppercut, to be honest. I feel like he did. Back attack. Yeah! But yeah, I don't know if we'll even have star moves. Probably not. That the knee brings back memories. I know, right? Yeah. Or excuse me. Damn. Freaking slasher up in here. It's just so hilarious, like how you have like all the old sound effects and shit too. Not just the but even when you hit them, it's got that, you know, noise. Chunk. Baseball swing. And baseball swing. And baseball swing. Oops, didn't mean to toss it away. Yeah. Yeah. I keep trying to do grand uppercut. It's just not working. Oof, right in the face. Well, maybe we'll play this some more. Like, I'll look up like how to unlock other characters, and maybe we'll play it on stream some more later and do like some unlockable quest stuff. You know, it'll be a little repetitive, but we could use it as like a filler or something when we finish another playthrough or something. Unlocking characters is all about getting accumulated points. The more you play, the more characters you get in order of OG release. So does that go, I don't know if you can tell, Al, but does that go across like playthroughs, or is it just on one playthrough? Like, is it accumulated, you know, across every single play you do, or playthrough, or whatever you play in general, like into like a accrued total across all of them, or is it just on like whatever you get on each playthrough? It's funny how fast the attacks come out, though. Like, the combos are so fast. Like, partly because they're less realistic, but it's still hilarious. Kind of love to see it. Not something I would normally waste my super on, but we're not doing like a serious playthrough here. I'm just walking around. I'll still probably switch to King of Cards here in a moment. I'm just having fun with this. It may be overall, but it's not clear. It's accumulated overall and over all game modes, it seems. Lifetime points, they call them. Nice. Yeah, so maybe I might do some of it off stream or something, just so, you know, we're not like doing a ton of it on stream, because I think people will probably get a little bored if they're just watching me replay shit over and over, but we'll see. Just for point accumulation, and then we, you know, if I do a little off stream, then we'll revisit this and maybe do some co-op with some unlocked characters or something, just to have fun. If we get to play as Max, that'd be neat. It's kind of funny because like there was an unofficial Streets of Rage 4, right? And by unofficial I mean like it was a fan-made game, and it incorporated play of like the previous 3 games. Like you could pick your character, like you could play as Axel, but you could play as like the Axel from 1, 2, or 3. You know, and stuff like that. So you could kind of go through it similarly, but they also allowed you, there were like mods for it, or maybe not mods, but like you could play as other characters that weren't previously player characters. Like you could play as Shiva, and I think you could play as Mr. X even, you know, just to have fun with it. Like they threw all kinds of shit in there, which was pretty crazy. Now they got like an immediate cease and desist, I think, from Sega. Like, hey, this is RIP, you can't just make this game. Even though I think they put it out entirely for free. They weren't making money off of it. But yeah, it was nice when they finally announced this. I was like, hey, we are actually going to get an official Streets of Rage 4. That's cool. It's still short, which is expected. None of the games are particularly long. They are arcade game, or arcade style games at least. So it's kind of what I expected. But, what about extras? Did we unlock anything in here? Character info. Okay, I was literally just hoping that they had, or wishing they had more character info on this stuff. So as you're looking at this, in the very background there's Streets of Rage 1 Axel, and then I think the one on the right is Streets of Rage 2, and the one on the left is Streets of Rage 3. And then obviously the one in front is the current one. So yeah, he's an ex-cop now. After the fall of Mr. X, Axel retired from the police force and moved out of the city. Desperate to find true strength beyond his fists, he went to live in the wilderness. He spent his days training, meditating, and studying. Well, no wonder he looks kind of like a hobo, to be honest. However, despite his love for a simpler life, a call from Blaze was all it took for him to return to the city once more. They actually do tell you their stats, too. Ex-cop, fighting style, martial arts. Well, that's vague. Hobby, video games. Okay. Power 4, technique 3, speed 3, jump 2, stamina 3. Blaze Fielding, occupation, her current occupation, keep in mind, because she was also a cop, is dance instructor, fighting style, judo, hobby, lambada. Blaze was dishonorably discharged from the police force when she refused to take anger management classes after punching the commissioner in the face over an ethical disagreement. These days she works as a dance instructor and choreographer for local musicals. She still has a bad habit of getting into street brawls with her ear ever to the ground. She picked up on rumblings of a new crime syndicate and immediately started calling in old favors. Oh, they actually name the moves too. Grand Upper, Dragon Smash, Dragon Wing, Grand Hook. Okay, interesting. Power 3, Technique 4, Speed 3, Jump 3, Stamina 2. Oh, they even have, like, the other ones here. They don't have Rue. There's Shiva, though. So I guess maybe we will get to play with him at some point. Cherry Hunter. Being the daughter of... Oh, wait. Occupation guitarist. Fighting style pogo. Repairing motorbikes is her hobby. Being the daughter of Adam Hunter, the most decorated cop on the force has ever known, it isn't easy. It comes with a lot of baggage and a lot of frustrations. While Cherry inherited his brawling talents, she didn't inherit his desire for law and order. Choosing to devote her life to music, she spends most of her nights playing electro, progressive rock, in some of the most dangerous lives in the city. Dives. I said lives. The Flying Knee is just, chef's kiss. Floyd. Occupation Mason. Fighting style Rakushin Fist. Hobby science. Man, he's got a lot of power and technique. But yeah, speed and jump, very crap. Stamina's only 3, which is surprising. I thought he'd have like stamina 4. But yeah. Floyd has always worked hard for the local community until a horrible work accident left him armless. Management at the construction company decided to invest in lawyers rather than helping him with the massive medical bills. In the end, help came from Dr. Zan, with whom Floyd spent his years learning how to build and use his new cybernetic arms, which Zan had developed. When Blaze called on Dr. Zan for help, Floyd was the one who answered. Adam Hunter, occupation SIF agent, fighting style boxing, hobby bonsai trees. Interesting. He has some of the best stats for sure. I mean, Axles are also very well rounded. See, after the events of 10 years ago, Adam just wanted to take care of his daughter Cherry, but he was called on to join the special forces and infiltrate the new organizations gaining control of the city. Having been in the shadows for too long, he finally decided to finish the fight he started. I'm just now remembering, I think Skates is not his son, it's his little brother. I forgot about that. I think. Maybe it's his nephew. I honestly don't really remember. I just think it's not his son. But yeah, there's one sprite there for Shiva because he was in Streets of Rage 2. I thought maybe he might have been in 3, but I don't remember, honestly. Occupation Dojo Master. Okay, fighting style Kempo. Hobby meditation. After the fall of Mr. X, Shiva was enlightened and started a dojo to make use of his talent to promote Buddhist teachings. Unfortunately, many of his disciples left to join the new crime syndicate. What finally made up his mind, however, were the reports of animal cruelty at Y's secret labs. Now he's just waiting for the moment to strike, and when he does, he'll strike hard. Well, I would like to get the chance to play as him at some point. Skate Hunter. Okay, maybe it was just Skate. I thought it was Skates, plural. But yeah, you play with it as him in 2 and 3, I guess. Occupation student, fighting style street, hobby breakdancing. Skate is a typical teenager. He keeps up with the latest styles and slightly rebellious. He looks up to his big brother Adam, who is also his mentor and helps him train in martial arts. Max Thunder, what a great name. Occupation pro wrestling, fighting style wrestling, pro wrestler, excuse me, hobby bodybuilding. Is he even slower than... No, they have the same speed and jump in this, but more power, more stamina. Yeah, he has 4 stamina. Is it more power? No, it's the same power. Less technique though, which is weird. Kicked out of the Pro Wrestling Association because he refused to throw a fight. He joined Axon Blaze to get rid of the Syndicate and also show his friends what a real German suplex is. Okay. This, by the way, this art right here, this is like the old box art for these characters, like down at the bottom of the screen, and you can see it in the upper left as well. But like that's what it looked like on the cover of the game, and then I think this is what Dr. Zan looked like on the cover of 3 as well. Yeah, it looks that way. Dr. Gubert Zan, great name. Occupation scientist, fighting style science. Fighting style science, that's perfect. Hobby is bowling, okay. Dr. Gilbert Zan is a scientist, former Syndicate member, and the one who discovered the element Rakushin. After the Syndicate betrayed him, he was forced to become a cyborg. He then contacted Blaze Fielding to get payback. Now he helps people and tries to undo what he did with his Syndicate's employee. In particular, he built Floyd's arms. Old man goals, yeah. The thing is, like, he's not super buff. Like, it's basically his head on a robot body. You know, like, you can kind of see in the cover art, but, like, he's basically just fully cybernetically enhanced. Like, he's probably got some organs in there, too, you know, but, yeah. He basically just turned himself into pretty much a full-on cyborg, you know, with just a little bit of himself left. The reason why, it's part of the reason why I didn't like 3 as much, because it's like, as much as like 1 and 2 are very, like, you know, simple in terms of their plot, they're just very straightforward. Like, it seems like the plot of an action movie, whereas 3 starts throwing in all these like cyborg things and some sci-fi shit. It starts getting like really over the top, which is fine for a video game, but like it just made it really weird. They also had multiple endings to the game, which I thought was cool, but a lot of it like depends on like how quickly you complete the game. You know, and it's just like you fight the last boss like kind of like multiple times, which is a little annoying. I'm thinking of getting metal legs. Yeah, that's him. Except he went for the full upgrade. Metal legs, metal arms, just metal body in general. He cut his whole body off and attached a new one. I'm glad we got the design of Adam that we got, because him with the man bun would have seemed kind of silly. Very nice concept art and stuff as well. No, they did a really good job in this, honestly. As much as the art style is very different from the old game, I mean, which of course was all pixel art, but they could have gone with like a pixel art thing here instead of like the, you know, what they decided to go with, but I still think that the game style is still largely there and is genuinely very good. It would be cool to get like these though. Like some of these characters have like alternate appearances here, obviously, and it would be neat if like they could be alternate skins for the characters. I think that would be kind of neat, even if it doesn't change up a lot, you know. I do like the new characters. Oh wow, Floyd could have looked very different. I think they didn't go with this one because he looks a little bit too much like Max, probably. Like, his hair is still too much like Max's. Okay, there you go, that's better. Unused character concept. Interesting. Is this who ended up being the DJ, maybe, ultimately? I don't know. Oh, there's some classics. I wonder if we would ever get to... So Abadade is the guy, like, not obviously not the far left, but one over, the giant muscly dude. He's like a gladiator slash wrestler sort of thing. He's one of the like kind of mid-game bosses who's like he's one of the bosses that has like some of the biggest bullshit attacks in the game. But I was kind of like sad that they didn't throw him in the game, so I wonder if maybe like we'll see him somehow. Probably not. It's still cool to see him here though. Yep, you can see some of these previous iterations. Garcia, which is actually supposed to be Garcia, is like your very like first enemy you fight in the game. Electra, who is a fairly common enemy in the game. The electric whip lady. The signals, Y signal I think is the weak one, and then there's like G signal, R signal. There might be a blue one or something. They're supposed to be like street lights, so obviously it would just be the three, but I don't know. So yeah, Abadade, whatever. Kind of a tough boss, unless you kind of exploit it a little bit. And then Barbon is like, I think he's the first boss, the first real, no, he's not really the first boss you fight, technically. Well, no, I guess he would be, because the guy you fight before him is technically a mini-boss. He's at the end of a stage, but he's not exactly a boss fight, or is he? No, wait, it does play the boss music, so I guess he would be, so I guess Barbon's technically the second boss. Excuse me in my poor memory. I'm glad they brought him back. I just wish that they didn't have the like ridiculous pirouette move that you can't really dodge. That was kind of lame. Raven, Fog. We didn't get any of the bikers. I mean, we did get biker ladies instead. So I guess that's kind of what they decided to go with, was like, you know, candy, caramel, sugar, etc. We didn't really get the Hakuos. Oh yeah, so this guy, Soya, at the top right, that's who the first technical boss of the game is in Streets of Rage 2. It looks like they decided not to use him here. Again, unless we can like see some of these guys in the game, like on other, if we unlock certain things, maybe, I don't know. Hakuyo, Slum is from 3. Chiba, the ninjas, like those guys, you know, I thought maybe we'd run into them, but we didn't. Can't see because of the, there we go. Vice I think is from, that one might be from 1, it might be from 3 though, maybe it's from 3, it looks more like a 3. There's the old Donovans, Gold, that's from 3. Bear is a boss from 2, and a very tough one at that. So yeah, this is a new one entirely, both of these. The snake ladies and the Victoria, Elizabeth, Margaret, and Mary. More supportive style enemies. This guy's new. Never got to see this little superhero in the bottom right. It's a shame. This one we didn't see. Didn't see this guy. We got a lot of cops, which was kind of a cool enemy choice, you know, seeing as how, aside from Adam, none of your characters are cops anymore, I guess, so I guess it kind of makes sense. But also they just decided to let it have it be that like the police are corrupt in this city, in this theme, which is not really untrue of the first game even. Like, it's why you play as the 3 characters that you do, because they're tired of like the rest of the police force not like really doing their job or something like that. I forget exactly how it goes. Like, the crime syndicate is just like completely ruining the city and running rampant, and the police force is either unwilling or unable to take them down, so that's why like the 3 of them strike out together to take down the crime syndicate. Technically 4 if you incorporate this guy here in the upper left, the the police backup who just shoots a fucking giant rocket at everybody. And the Dylans. They're kind of annoying, but I like their design. This is new. There were robot enemies in 2. This guy's easier than they are, frankly. Yeah, so here you can see what I was kind of getting at before. Like, they didn't use these bikers on the left, but they replaced them with these lady bikers. There's a DJ, who's new, of course. The Didn't see either of these guys. I'm not sure if they were gonna redesign Abadade to look like that, or if we were gonna get like a... if it was 2 fights maybe, unless this is a guy who was from 3 that I don't recognize or something. Nope. I think these ones... I don't know that they're in 2, but they might be in like... they might just be an enemy from 3. Like there's 2 designs there, but I think they're from the same game, so it's probably 3. And then obviously Mr. and Ms. Y are from just this game specifically. Alright, that's all of the enemies. Environments. They did some very good work on these for sure. I'm kind of skimming through them, but I don't care as much about the environments per se. I mean, I do like the work on them, don't get me wrong, but I'm just more interested to see what they did with updating the characters. Because I already saw all this in game, of course. Still, somebody's getting a big fucking package shipped to Paris. Our work is incredible. Thanks for showing it off and talking about the older games. Yeah. It's like I said, this was 2 in particular was like it's a very nostalgic game for me. I played it as a kid a lot with my brother. I played it again later. Like when I had an Xbox 360, they had it on like their online market, and so I picked it up. Like I picked up all 3 games actually, of the originals. All right, I think did we go into? Yeah, okay, we've seen those. Gallery other. All right, just this is stuff that I'm guessing this was like early development stuff. We didn't even fight Soya. Or Abadade. Nope, that's it. Okay. Cool. Alright. Okay, well, I think it's basically time for us to switch over to Shovel Knight. I hope you guys enjoyed Streets of Rage 4. I did. Like I said, despite those couple of criticisms about, you know, enemy AI versus what your characters can do, etc. But still very good, very fun, and I think it'll be even more fun in co-op. So like I said, I mean, we might return at some point with a little co-op at some point in the future. We'll see.